Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This Sunday morning, we will be discussing the Yoga Vasistha, with a very special chapter about the son of Bhrigu. So let us begin with this mantra. Dikaladi anavachinna Ananta Chinmatra Murtaye Svanubhuti Ekamanaya Namah Shantaya Tejase. I salute the Supreme Brahman, who is beyond all qualities, tranquil, above all limitations, the embodiment of infinite consciousness, and can be known only through the proof of one's own experience. The two quality we can say is beyond quality, but how to understand the beyond qualities? What are the qualities? Sattva, Raja, Tama. So these are there. From Brahman only it is coming. But at the same time, it is not affecting that Brahman. So it says that there are two. One is Parabrahma and another is the active Brahma. Parabrahma never works, but that there is another, the who is working, thinking only. By that way, things are happening. So these are the conception that our Parabrahma without any qualities. It is not activated over there. Sattva, Raja, Tama is not working in him. And therefore it is tranquil. It is calm, it is quiet, because there is no desire. So then comes above limitations. Because it is beyond limitation, we cannot explain it through words. But even then, we are studying about the Brahman, about that self, about the Paramatma in different terminology used for the same, and trying to reach to that, because that is the ultimate root, that is the ultimate goal. And if we miss that, what happens? Mind comes to the body. And when it comes to the body, then what happens? Today we will see about that. In our last discourse, we read Sri Rama's questions to his Guru Vasistha. O sage, how did the succession of births arise in the mind of Sukra? The Sukra, he was the son of the great sage Bhrigu. Now the Sukra, and we have mentioned that the sage Sukra sat in meditation, keeping his son Sukra by his side. The father and the son, they went to practice meditation. The Bhrigu went into deep meditation. And when one goes into meditation, one forgets about the own body and all the surroundings. So obviously it goes to that supreme consciousness which is full of bliss, and it is so attractive. One never wants to come out of it. It likes to remain over there. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna in the Gospel, he has mentioned so many times about this. So that was the condition of the Lord sage Bhrigu. And his son, the young boy, he was also sitting by his side. He also was, he read the scripture, he knew many things. But even then, unfortunately, sitting by the side of a great sage, Bhrigu, who was in Samadhi, this young man got tempted because he saw some of the heavenly girls passing through that way. And he was lured by that, he got tempted, he forgot that his father is meditating, he is supposed to be there. He forgot everything. And that is called temptation. That is called the power of Maya. And why it happened? because his mind then came to the body. Body became active and he forgot everything around. Leaving his meditative father over there, he followed those girls and he went to the heaven. And sage Bhrigu, after coming out from his meditation, he saw the dead body of his son. Now, why this? This is the very pertinent question. That boy, the Sukra, he left his father. But how? Not physically, mentally. He was there, but when he saw the divine girls, his mind followed them. His body was lying over there, left over there. So this slowly he went to the heaven, he spent the time over there, he married one of those girls, and after spending a very happy life, when all his good karmas exhausted, he came down. But in the meantime, his father got up and he saw the dead body of his son, and he knew the son is not supposed to die now. The why then the death, the king of death, the Yama, has taken the life of my son? He became very angry, Bhrigu, and he stood up to curse the Yama. Yama immediately appeared before him and said, "O sage, don't be angry on me." And then he said, this anger, the Yama, is also a god. So obviously, after practicing lot of the spirituality, he reached to that position. So he knew all this. So he was telling, this anger will destroy your hard-earned merits. So don't be angry with me. So listen to me. What he said, "O sage, the truth is, while you were engaged in contemplation, your son Sukra went far away in his own fancy. Nobody inspired him but of his own will." So that is called karma phala. The parents, they always want that the children should be good, but each and every child has his own fate, the karma. That is the unique theory that the Hindus, they believe, and that is the reason that we can understand the different conditions of life, situations of life, behaviors of the different people. We can easily understand by understanding the law of karma. So this, now your son has gone and he left here the body which was the son of Bhrigu. He left his body over here by your side, the body which was the son of the Bhrigu. Now this we should remember, because the story goes in a completely, and this is really very unique way to learn how things happen. He left the body, the son of Bhrigu, the body which was identified as such, the son of Bhrigu, and then he followed the divine girls up to the heaven. After enjoying there in heaven, he exhausted his merit and fell on the earth. He had to leave his celestial body in heaven again. Now, when things are changing, what we are changing? Body. What we are going on carrying? Our subtle body. That is the mind, which is containing all our work. And that is the main force which is taking us everywhere. Mind, subtle, in the body, subtle body, Sukshma Sharira, and that mind is carrying all the impressions of our karma, and according to our desires, it is guiding us. So he left the body which was known as the son of Bhrigu. He left the heavenly body after enjoying the days in heaven. Now he has come down. Here on earth, he had to undergo a series of births. He was successively a Brahmana boy. Friends, I am reading as the Yama is describing, but of course different stories were there. I am only mentioning how many times that soul, which was known as the son of Bhrigu, changed his life in so many different situations. And that happening to us also. But we don't understand. So this is a wonderful picture what happens after death. It says that here on the earth he had to undergo a series of births. Yama is describing to Bhrigu. He was successively a Brahmana boy. After coming down from the heaven, he born as a Brahmana boy, then a king, then the third, he became a fisherman. Look at it, how the things are changing. So when we are hating someone, we don't know what is going to happen to us afterwards. So this is, we should learn from this, who was the son of the great Bhrigu, who went to heaven because of his great merit, and then after leaving the heaven, when he came down, still something was retaining, so he became a son of a Brahmana. But from there, he could not develop once again the merits, so he became, he became a king, a Kshatriya, a ruler, then a fisherman, fourth a swan, fifth again a king. Why? To desire to administration. I like to rule many. So that desire was there. Again and again he is becoming the king. Again a king. Sixth, a great yogi. Seventh, a demigod. Demigod is also a very high position, we can understand. Because he became the yogi, he practiced meditation, and because of that he became a demigod. Why? Because he was having some desire again to rule. That is, if you go to the families, you will find the father-in-law or the mother-in-law is all trying to rule. In the administration we find in the kings are ruling, the ministers are ruling, and people become so happy to rule on others. Why? Too much of ego. Your ego is satisfied when you are a ruler. Whatever I say, that should be done, and all these things. So that satisfied the ego. And because of the ego, again and again, though he became a yogi, and then from the yogi a demigod, then a sage himself once again, but again on the ninth birth, he became a king. Now from the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, all these, the king again. So we can understand what was there, the desire was there inside the mind. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling about his great devotee Mathurnath. Mathurnath was the landlord, but he had a desire, hidden desire to become a king. Landlord, of course they are having money, but not like the king. So he had a desire to become a king. He served the God, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, the living God. But unfortunately, his desire, his prayer was to become a king, not to get liberation. So when we are in the company of the God even, our karma forces us to think in this way. Think about the power of our karma. That's why we are reading this. So again and again and again and again, a king again, a king again, a king again, a king again. So from 9, 10, 11, 12th, these 4 births, again the king. Then again from there, a sage. From a sage, very peculiarly, he became a hunter in his 14th birth. Then from that, again a king. And then, in the 16th birth, he became a worm. A kida, makoda, all those things that we see. God forbid, if we are not behaving properly, if our ego is there, if our desires is there, then it may take us to that, the horrible life also. From a king again on the 16th birth, he became a worm. Then a plant. Then 18, a donkey. Then 19, a deer. 20th, a snake. 21st birth, a bird. From there again, a demigod. Friends, you will notice that sometimes some of the animals, maybe a cow, maybe a dog, maybe a cat, they like to be in the asrama atmosphere. They like there. But Swami Vivekananda, he had a dog, just country dog, ordinary street dog. But Swamiji used to love that dog very much. Not that he was having a very great pedigree, an ordinary dog. But Swamiji used to like that dog. When sometimes he made a mistake, the dog chased someone or maybe did a mistake, Swamiji became angry and anxious that what will happen if the dog is here, if it is biting the devotees. So asked the other monks, please take him to the Calcutta and then release him over there, let it be there. So they took the dog, crossed the river on a boat, Ganga, and then let it go over there on the bank, on the side, the Calcutta side. But again in the next day, they found that the dog is there, sitting at the door of Swamiji. How he came? They asked the boatman, why you have brought it? I didn't do anything. He became so angry with me, so I was afraid that he may bite me. So he jumped on the boat and he was quietly sitting, didn't do any disturbance, and then came down and went to the Mott, Belur Mott. So by that way, then afterwards when that dog died, they dug and then placed that body, but somehow because of the high tide that was washed from the bank and the body was floating, they took it in a distance, but the body even came down floating at the place from where Swami Vivekananda could see the Ganga. So even that moment also he wanted to be in the blessings of Swami Vivekananda. So how we can explain it? So this is the way so many things happen. We don't understand, but really the Bhrigu's son, he even became a donkey, a deer, a snake, a bird. From there, after the bird's life, a demigod. Now he has become a son of a Brahmana, and presently his name is Vasudeva. This is he was going on telling the Bhrigu. Yama was going on telling. Yama knows because for Yama every record is there, he told. And he is practicing austerity on the bank of a holy river. This present birth of Vasudeva, he is practicing austerity, spiritual austerity. What is spiritual austerity? Constantly trying to think of God and think of the holy thoughts and going beyond the body consciousness, trying to help others, love others. That is spiritual practices. So this is, we have to understand that sometimes we make a mistake. The spiritual practices means that he should not eat, he should not do this, not like that. Spiritual practices means through different way that person who is practicing the austerity is keeping the mind at the feet of God. Sometimes working for God, sometimes singing for God, sometimes cooking for God, sometimes taking the name of God, reading the holy books, all that way as maximum time possible, keeping the mind at the feet of God. So that is austerity. So he is doing that. Now the Bhrigu was thinking, is Yama giving all these accounts of my son? Is it true? My son became a snake, a donkey, a monkey, a bird. So what is this? So maybe he was doubting. Yama immediately understood. Then he gave a special power to Bhrigu and told, Honorable Sir, you have the wonderful mind. Please observe now, see what truly happened to your son. Like a flash, as a movie, because of the blessings of the Yama, the Bhrigu himself could see all the changes of his son, one after another. This was the 23rd birth. Bhrigu sat for meditation. He practiced meditation. In the meantime, when he got up, in the meantime his son has changed 23 different lives. Then he said, O sage, said the king of death, it is the mind that creates the body by mere thoughts, just as the potter makes a pot. This is a great statement. In Hinduism, particularly Vedanta, we always give stress on the mind. And what is the mind? Thoughts. Where from the thoughts come? Because of the association of our sense organs, Gyanendriya. There's all the organs which is bringing the information from outside objects. So Jnana Indriya, which is collecting information, that is only 5. The eyes, the nose, the ear, the tongue, and the skin. By this way, Chakshu, Karna, Nashika, Jivva, Tak, again and again, we say that this is bringing all the information. That's called ahara. Aharan is collecting. So it's always say, be careful about the ahara. But we've misunderstood it. And we only concentrate on our food. What is the food we are eating? What is the who is cooking? How we are eating? When we are eating? What we are eating? It is not that much. That is all the 5 organs. That's why, because we misunderstand, all our effort to become spiritual goes in vain. So we have to understand it is not only the tongue. Tongue is one of the 5. So obviously, other 4, they are also collecting information. One should be careful of it, and then gives to the mind. And my mind takes different forms. It's not the body. Body has nothing to do. It's the mind. That's why the Hindus, after the death, they burn the body. And they don't keep the body, because they know the body has nothing to do to anything. It is with our mind. O sage, the death is telling, it is the mind that creates the body by mere thoughts, just as the potter makes a pot. O sage, gods in plural, not the supreme God, gods, demons, and human beings are non-different from this cosmic ocean of consciousness known as Brahman. The Brahman, it is creating all this. Now only we have to understand it. The demons, they don't bother about it. They suffer again and again because their mind is in the physical level. They are thinking the body is everything. So they go on trying to give as maximum comfort to the body, and by that way they go on increasing their ego. I have 5 palaces, and each palace is so costly, and it is so wonderfully decorated. And then he will be inviting the friends to show the palaces. The one birthday will be celebrated here, another birthday will be there. All they are doing, why? Because of the ego. And why ego? Because the body attachment. I, the moment they say I, it goes to the body, but this body changes so fast. And different type of births are coming. That is called religion. What we are learning from the scripture, it is not the body, it is the mind. And what is the mind? Thoughts. Where from the thoughts come? By association, or the sense objects and the sense organs. Sense objects are there, let it be there, we cannot change it. But we can control our sense organs. And if we can control our sense organs, our mind won't go over there, automatically it will become purified. So that is the teaching. Though they are ever pure, the Yama is telling to Bhrigu, though they are ever pure, they superimpose impurity on themselves and experience happiness, unhappiness, ignorance and enlightenment. Ignorance and enlightenment, that is also experience. And when we are thinking that we are experiencing joy of meditation, that means we have not reached to the goal. It's good, but still that is not complete. Why? Duality. I am enjoying meditation. I am worshipping God. Duality. Of course, good. It's step by step we are going towards the source. But the goal is to become the source. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Ishwar Labh Manushya Jivaner Uddeshya. God realization is the goal of every human life. What is that God realization? Knowing the self. So in the ultimately, again that Sri Ramakrishna said, I bless that you become conscious. That is Tumader Chaitanya Hok. That was the blessing. What is that Chaitanya? You are aware, O Bhrigu. It is the mind that experiences this world and not the physical body. When you go to visit some places, we go. That means our physical body goes. Me, father, mother, and so many, we will all go and then we'll be enjoying over there and then come back and talk to our friends and neighbors that we visited this place, that place is so beautiful, everything. But then what? Who actually enjoyed? Now this is Hinduism. They will never say that you do this, you do that, because they expect that the mind is already highly intellectual and capable to understand what is not and what is not the body. Wherever we go, as in a car we go, car has also visited, or the bag that we carry, the bag has also visited. Will they say, I have visited that famous place in Switzerland? No. Bag goes everywhere. Similarly, the car or the vehicle. Similarly, the body. So what actually enjoys and suffer? It is mind. So this is the teaching today, again and again, through the conversation between the Yama and the Bhrigu, we are understanding it. This is the Yoga Vasistha, the story that the Vasistha is telling to Sri Rama. here we have to understand it is the mind. The mind is main. Rishi Vasistha, who was telling the story to Sri Rama, continued, O Rama, Yama and Bhrigu then reached near the humble cottage of the Brahmin youth Vasudeva, who is the son of the sage Bhrigu, the Sukra in reality. Now, after so many births, how many births? 23 births. Then the father and the son is meeting. And the father is Bhrigu. But the son has become completely different. The son is now Vasudeva. But the father could recognize him. Yama helped him to understand. See, this Vasudeva, though in this body, actually it is your son, Sukra. The Sukra, your son, in this body. Isn't that funny? Suppose the son has put on the dress of his father. Now, from distance, some people will think, oh, that is Mr. Rai is going. When they come, they say, yes, but it is not Mr. Rai, his son. Just like that. We are changing the body, but inside is the same Atma, the self, the Shukshma Sharira. It is the same. Those who can see, they can see. As Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, when he first saw Master Mahashaya, the Mahendranath Gupta, he was the Mahendranath Gupta that time. He was the teacher of a school. But Sri Ramakrishna saw and told, oh, I saw you in the procession of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that happened 500 years before. I saw you in the group of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This same person with a white long beard? No. He was completely different at that time. But Sri Ramakrishna didn't see the body. He saw the soul which is traveling. So if Sri Ramakrishna told the story, it would have been like this. The Master Mahashaya took this birth, and now he has come to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. For all of us are like that. All of us are like that. We don't like to believe. Why? Because we don't have that idea. All the memories. It is good the memory is not continuing. Otherwise it would have been terrible, isn't it? That I was a donkey, I was a snake, oh my God, that is terrible. So this is, it is not the body. The idea that the Yama and the conversation between Yama and Bhrigu and the story of Bhrigu's son, Sukra, teaches us it is not the body, it is the mind. Why again and again I am telling? Is to remind us. And what is the mind? It is thought. And what type of thoughts are crossing in the mind? That is very important. Then Yama asked the Vasudeva, now you leave the body of the Vasudeva and enter into the dead body that is lying over there, which is of Sukra's, the actual son of the Bhrigu. Enter into that. Yama is telling, not the Bhrigu, because it is not the capacity of the Bhrigu even. It's the Yama's capacity. So he is changing from this body to that body. It is as like that. Just the changing the body. In the Bhagavad Gita, as Bhagavan Krishna is telling, it is just like changing the old clothes. As we are changing the body, just like that. In the Swami Vivekananda also mentioned in that way, I will come again. Changing like the old clothes, that is torn clothes we are leaving and then putting on another new clothes. Just like that we are taking bodies after bodies, but I remain same. But if that I is connected with the body again and again and again, we suffer and suffer. Then ultimately a time comes when you understand enough. Then we turn towards the spiritual life. As quickly as possible that comes, that is good. And what is the spiritual life? Understanding this truth. The body is temporary, the mind is important, not permanent but important. And that important mind, why? Because it is generating bodies after bodies. So I should stop it now. Enough. I am not going to have any other bodies. How? That we will learn in this, the Guru Vasistha will teach us. Yama asked the Vasudeva to enter into the body of the Sukra, and the dead Sukra got up in the same form as he was, as if he was sleeping. So this is the whole story. Sukra then practiced long penance and established firmly in the knowledge of Brahman. Now the Sukra, after travelling so many times, now he has understood enough. I should not go out. So he controlled his mind. And the mind is so strong, impulses are so strong, and now I have understood. I am not going to. Next moment we make the mistake. Why? Because that controls our mind, those forces, and they are terrible. Baladiva Niyojita in the Chandi, the Durga Puja is coming. That we will read the Chandi. There also it is mentioning, it is taking the mind by force. So what we should do? We should constantly hold the holy feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Mahasarada. Please keep us at your feet. Then only the mind will be constantly thinking of those holy presence, and that way we will be free from the body. In course of time, Sukra became the spiritual teacher of the demons. O Rama, now the Guru Vasistha is telling, the self of all beings passes through 3 stages. Now here he is trying to give an idea about the self. Because now the body and the mind are the Sukshma Sharira, but how to understand? Because it is mixed up in such a way, and that is also subtle so much, we don't understand. So the Guru immediately telling the Shishya that you have experience and you experience it every day. What is that? The self of all beings pass through 3 stages: waking, dreaming, deep sleep. Waking, dreaming and deep sleep, everyone is experiencing. Almost every day we are experiencing. They have nothing to do with the body. So we have, in many different discourses we have discussed about it, and many of you know about it, that when we go into deep sleep, we come back from the deep sleep and say, oh, I had a wonderful deep sleep today. Today morning at the time of breakfast, one Swami who is visiting from Hollywood, so he was telling, I had a wonderful sleep. I was in deep sleep for a long time. And nowadays the smartphones are there, or maybe the watches. From there he has understood he was in deep sleep. Anyway, so he said, my watch says that I was in deep sleep. So he was in the deep sleep. And now he is in the waking stage. So in the waking stage, he is expressing the joy of the deep sleep. He was happy that he was in the deep sleep. Sometimes we see the dreams while sleeping, but still dreams means activity, just like the waking stage. In the waking stage, we get tired after a lot of work, physical and mental. But in the dream, same thing happens. Mentally we get tired because it is just like the waking stage. We are talking, we are mixing, we are running, we are working, we are thinking, we are afraid, everything just in the waking. So the mind gets tired in the dream stage also. when we get rest actually, in the dreamless sleep, that is deep sleep. Of that deep sleep, it proves that though the mind is not there, body is not there, consciousness remains. That is the way the Vedantin, they try to prove the consciousness. The consciousness is always there. So this way it goes. He is telling that they have nothing to do with the body. The wise person who goes beyond the deep sleep, they return to the source, which is pure consciousness. So in Vedanta it says Chaturtham. The Chaturtham means is the fourth stage. Each and every one, unknowingly, every day, goes to the third stage, which is that dreamless sleep, deep sleep. But when we sit for meditation, we draw the mind from the objects, take the mind to that stage where there is no mental activity, and where we are conscious that we are meditating into, entering into that consciousness. When we enter into that stage knowingly, that is called Chaturtham, the fourth stage, that is Turiya. The Sanskrit terminology, Turiya. There is the source, that is the source. Our goal is to reach to that Turiya stage. The Guru Vasistha then, inspiring his disciple by saying, Deha ahamapi iti dhitajya sarva nashe upastite sprashtabhya sana bhaven sa shwa mamsa pulashkshi. This 13th verse, it says, Aham deha, I am the body. This idea should be completely eradicated, tajya. Even at the time of great difficulty, sarva nashe upastite, at the time of death even, when at the time of death, it is so painful. When you observe a person is dying, some of the people are very peacefully, they die. But most of the people, they don't like to leave that body. That's why they become, the subtle body, they will be roaming sometimes 10 days, 11 days, 13 days. That is all maybe that they have experienced, and by that way they record it. The more attachment to the body, the more that subtle body will be hovering over that body. So this is we call bhoot, the ghost. So this the way it says, but I am the body, this idea should be completely discarded. Deho aham opi iti dhi tajya. Dhi means a person who is an intelligent mind. Who can be dhi? Then now we have all understood. Today in the discussion again and again, body and the mind we have discussed, and we have come to understand that body is nothing. The moment we can understand that, that is called dhi. Of course, it must be strongly believed that I am not the body. Shivoham, Shivoham. It goes to that. I am that Shiva, I am to Shiva. Shankaracharya is mentioning, I am not the body, I am not the self, I am not this atmosphere, this weather, this world. I am the Shiva, the auspicious. That is the teaching of the Vedanta. And there it says, I am not the body. This idea should be completely eradicated, tajya, even at the time of great difficulty, sarva nashe upastiti. One who wants to achieve liberation must not make mistake by thinking the body as the self. As the self, the most of the time the people they think the body is main. So they like to eat, they like to go to gym. That is all good. Though as long as we are surviving, we should survive in a strong body, the good physique, that is good. But at the same time, if we think that this is the only thing, that is the mistake. Then again another body will come. Not the same body which we were liking so much, for which sometimes we purchase so many clothings and every hour we are changing the dress, so and so much fancy. One day it will be burned, and the same body you won't get. According to the desire, another body. And maybe it, unfortunately, God forbid, it may be an animal body. Then what will happen? All those dresses, even after the second birth, you cannot use those. So think, my friends, we have to think deeply. Whatever is necessary for this particular life, for this body, we should have, but not more than that. Because this is going to change. It's so temporary. When the Bhrigu was meditating, his son has already changed 23 times his body. And he was thinking a long life. Not that 1 day, 2 days, not like that. He was there for so many years. Maybe he is taking birth and then 60 years he is living in the body. Again, that means the Bhrigu was meditating for such a long time, according to our calculation. Then this thing happened. So this is the story he is teaching, and the teaching of the Guru Vasistha, Deho aham apiti dhitajya sarvanashe upasthite, that even at the time of death I should not be afraid of leaving the body. At the time of Diksha, you will understand, many of you must have noticed that the Guru teaches that you should try to see your chosen ideal Ishta Devata sitting within your heart and facing the direction you are facing. It is very peculiar. I am facing this way, and my God also sitting within my heart facing the same way. How can you see then? You have to come out of your body. That is the idea. So even in the meditation also one should have to practice that, even in the duality, the God is sitting within my heart and I am coming out of the body and observing that. One should inquire into that which is truly the uncaused cause of all substratum. But how? Guru Vasistha is teaching. Brahmaikam bhavayan sadhu shanta tishtan gatabhyataha tata te asau aham bhava swayameva vinashyati. So, sir, your teaching is good, but how shall I practice it? So immediately he is answering. When he was giving the talk to Sri Ramachandra, maybe Sri Ramachandra like us was thinking, it is all right that you were asking us to go beyond the body, but how it is possible? How I should practice that? They didn't ask that question, but Guru understood it and giving the reply, the answer, O Holy One, Sadhu. Why he called Sadhu? Because you have decided to practice spiritual austerity. The moment you are thinking and one step you have taken for that purpose, you are a holy person. Look at it. The moment we decide. So in the Vedanta there are 7 steps like the yoga, but it says the first step is the Sat Bhavana. Sat Bhavana, Sadhu Bhavana, the decision. I am going to be good. I am going to realize God. That's all. I am going to understand the Brahman. I am going to know my real self. Sat Bhavana, the first step. The moment you take that, that is very rare. Millions and millions of people will never think about it. So when the one is thinking, immediately the Guru will say, Sadhu, you are a holy person. And then what he should do, what the Sadhu should do, he should constantly think in all situations that I am Brahman alone. Brahmaikam bhavayan. What is Brahman? All-pervading consciousness. Then Brahman means if we think something else, no. All-pervading consciousness. Then I sit and see how the ants are moving. And the trees in the breeze, they are also moving. And the leaves, and the birds, and the animals, and the people all around us. This is so beautiful. Many of you must be knowing, those who are from India and those who know the Indian history and have some connection with the spiritual world, the Rishi Aurobindo. He was Aurobindo Ghosh. He was arrested because of his some activity against the then ruler, Britishers. So he was a great patriot, and he was. They put him in the cell, and he started meditating over there. And within in 1 year, because his mind was so clean, he started realizing this great truth. Everything is Brahman, everything is Brahman. And in Aurobindo, in one of his notes, he is mentioning, then when they took him to the court, the opposition lawyer who is arguing for his punishment, he looked at him and saw the Krishna. The Krishna behaving like that. He is sitting and smiling towards him. He saw the tree as if the Krishna is holding the umbrella on his head. He saw each and every one around, nothing but the Lord Krishna. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati. The Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita is telling, he who sees me in everything and everything in me, he is never separated from me. And that is called sadhu. That is called the goal of the spiritual life. Seeing one, realizing one in many. Not that by destroying many, we should kill each and every one and I should only be there. He is a fool. It can never be. And he won't be able to live alone. In this huge world, if only one person is living, how you will live? It is a terrible life then. So naturally we have to understand, not by destruction, not by killing, but by transforming them. In the Hinduism, there is no conversion. It's transformation. It's the transformation in the Rabindranath in his beautiful poem, come, oh, wherever you are, come and join in this great force. Esho he arjo, esho anarja, Hindu, Musalman, the big long, the poem is there. Come and join the great force, which is that Hinduism. That is Bharatvarsha. In the 75th, the Independence Day, the Indian people are celebrating. They are so joyful and they are so happy. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Freedom is the song of the soul, Swami Vivekananda said. And what is that freedom? Ultimate freedom from the bondage of thought. That I am the body, I am limited. This thought is making the problem. So we should go beyond that. He said, O Holy One, in all situations, think on the Brahman alone, Brahmaikam bhavayan. Remain mentally calm, shanta tishtan, and will go beyond the suffering, gatabhyataha. There will be no suffering because you have understood the truth. By practicing Brahma Bhava, Brahma, that consciousness, all you go beyond the body consciousness. It is not the body, but the mind that make one bind or free. Now Sri Rama is asking a question. We will conclude by asking this question to the Guru Vasistha and listen to his answer in our next class. Sri Rama is asking, O divine Guru, if mind is all, how does it ever get tainted? And Guru is so happy. When you are asking a pertinent question, the Guru becomes happy. Then understand, oh, he is really proceeding towards the right direction. So this is the way our Guru Vasistha is teaching. Friends, from this, the detailed life of the Sukra, who afterwards became the Acharya of the demons, is a great position. And we learned that only when his father was meditating, from there 23rd different births he passed, and so many different way he experienced because of the thought. So those who are really sincere, we should be very, very careful about our thoughts. And the thoughts should be always purified. And how it can be purified? Thinking about the Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that pure consciousness. I am encased in this body, but I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not in this situation. At this moment I am a Hindu. I am born in this place and that place, but I am not that. I belong to whole universe because I am the Brahman, I am the consciousness. That is liberation, the spiritual liberation, liberation from all narrowness, liberation from all bondages. Let we all become liberated. And I congratulate the India and the Indian people on that 75th, the Independence Day. Let they be, and India is a great country from where all these thoughts have come, idea has come, philosophies have come. India should not die. Swami Vivekananda asking this question, shall India die? Then all the great things in this world, in the humanity, will also be destroyed, and that cannot be. India should survive with her all purity and the great idea. Thank you, friends. Let's see that if there is any question. And
the first question is from Biswaroop. He's saying, how sacrifice is made by mind? After death, no mind is there. So how is the desire there?
No, it is I think you've misunderstood. Mind remains. Mind is always there. The death or changes in the body. Thank you.
So the next question is from Agniketu. He's saying, does Sanatana Dharma have anything to say about donating the body after death?
No, in not that way. So this is a completely modern conception that you are donating different parts of your body for the help of others. It's a great idea, I should say. It's a very good idea. And people, they are donating without knowing whom they are helping. That's a great sacrifice. And this is called real dana. If one is donating the body, actually all the different organs which can be utilized, the doctors, they understand, they know. And you do not know how that is going to be utilized for to whom. So that is a great donation. That's a good idea, but it is not there in our scripture. At least I have not come across. Thank you.
Tuhin is asking, do our karma phalas are carried over to our Sukshma Sharira after our bodily death?
The Sukshma Sharira only, you should know about the Sukshma Sharira. Many places we have discussed. There are 17 the organs are there in the Sukshma Sharira, but the main is the mind. The mind, the impression of the mind, that desires is the main driving force. So from that desire it goes. Along with it goes all the subtle organs and everything. So that is called Sukshma, means subtle body, Sharira. The subtle body, there what actually it is the driving force? Our mind. What is that mind? Impressions. What are all desires? So the desires only goes on changing the body, but it goes on leaving. Unless you stop the desire, it will continue. It will continue. Thank you.
Devashish is asking, what is the significance of doing Pindadan after the death of a person, that too in the form of mixing rice and black till during the time of death, rituals after 13 days, after 1 year?
So these are rituals. So actually they are teaching you through these rituals, they are teaching you not only humbleness, but you are not forgetting your ancestors for whom, particularly the very close, the grandfather, the father, the mother, grandmother, like that. So for them only we survive. So it is in the human society, one should be grateful to these people also. I have many times said that the Pancha Mahayagya for the householders. One is to remember the ancestors. And one should remember the father and the mother every day, at least once. After the death, when you are offering that pinda, that means not the food actually, but they have developed, the in a ritual in different way it develops. So they have developed this, and you are offering. The main thing is you are remembering those who have left you, but for whom you have survived. So that is called Pindadana, remembering the forefathers.
The next question is from Rohit. If there is a thought in the mind and I don't want that thought to come again, and more that particular thought has come in the mind, how to get rid of that thought?
It's a very good question, Rohit. It's a very practical question, and that is the problem of each and everyone. Though we want to be completely free from the different types of bad thoughts, but it comes because it is the nature. At that time, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, thought means as a thought wave. So if you put another strong thought wave against that, then it will eradicate. How? Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is suggesting you loudly take the name of God, and if possible clapping your both the hands, and if possible when you are alone inside the room, dance in that. That way that thought will go away. The thought which is tormenting you will go away if you are fighting that thought with another strong thought. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna giving the example, when you are clapping strongly, and that sound, even if the birds are sitting on the near branches, they will also go away. Similarly, the thought which is coming to our mind will go away if we are taking the name of God loudly with the clapping of hands, if possible, all alone, a little dancing for the sake of God. That will help. Thank you.
The next question is from Ashok. He's saying, where do I find the full conversation between Yama and sage Brigu?
Well, then there's a book I can mention. That there's a page number, etc. I will give you. In our next discourse, I will mention that.
Radha is asking, what is the status of the mind after death? This is in situation for a person who has lost his normal mind and talks irrelevant things and cannot recognize family before death.
Oh, that is, but the mind, though it is behaving at this moment here because of the different situation, but it is a subtle impressions that is there inside the mind. The mind at this moment, as if is irrelevant talks are there, and we are thinking, oh, he is not talking as we are thinking, but he has a thought. That's why he is talking like that. A strong, very strong thought which is going on brooding, the same thought brooding in the mind. So he has become, as we say, not normal. So that is a different thing, but thought is there. As long as the thought is there, the impressions is there, after the death, the same mind will take him into another body where those thoughts, those desires can be fulfilled.
The last question is from Arijit. He's saying, if you could please guide how to perform spirituality in offices as the situation of applicability changes.
See, spirituality means you cannot change the atmosphere in the office. A very strong mind is necessary. Highly developed spiritual people can only change the whole thing. But you can change your mind in this way. Whatever is happening all around you, just observe, just see. But you go on repeating the name of God and praying to God mentally. But that way, constantly in the company of God, will save you from those bad influences. And whatever the others are doing, it is their fate, their karma, let them do. But you must go on sticking to God through prayer. Though you are smiling to your colleague, the colleague is doing something or asking you to do something you are not liking, you are somehow dodging and telling, oh, it won't be possible, I am so sorry, and smiling, keeping all of them in good humor, but at the same time you are not attached to that. The moment you are stopping, go on taking the name of God inside, I am sure that will keep you safe from that atmosphere, for sure.
There is one more question. Abhijit is asking, while practicing meditation, mind runs all over. How to control the mind during meditation?
This is another almost common question. Many people experiencing that. Abhijit, the only answer is, don't bother about that. You go on practicing. When the mind is behaving like that, tell the mind, I am the master, I am the self. Because of me, you are there. I am not going to listen to you. You do whatever you like. I don't have any connection with you. By that way, if you are meditating every time, you will find slowly, mind will also obey you. You know why all the Swamis in the Dashanami Sampradaya created by Shankaracharya, in the beginning, the name of all the sannyasis is Swami. Why? Because the master, Swami means the master. Who's master? Mind. We are supposed to be the master. That's why, to remind us, whoever has taken the sannyasa, to remind them that you are supposed to be the master of your senses, your mind, they mention Swami, Swami Brahmananda, Swami Vivekananda. The Swami is mentioned because of that. And if you can control your mind and senses, the Swami, then at the end of every name you will find Ananda. Swami Viveka Ananda. Ananda means the joy. If you can control your mind, you will get the joy. So the sannyasin's name, Dashanami Sampradaya, they always get the Swami and Ananda. So that is the reason. So try to become the Swami of your own mind. Thank you all, and let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat.